We have Nick Park, Merlin Crossingham, and Richard Beak. Oh, and of course Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah. These are the puppets from the movie, by the way.
Are they the actual?
The actual puppets, not the tuxes. not Wallace's tux.
It's lovely to see you guys. How are you feeling right now? I can't believe they've actually got little BAFTAs themselves.
Yeah, buzzing. Sorry we didn't come earlier, but they wanted to rush us back to our seats so that we could
win again.
It's a bit embarrassing, but it's good. We love it.
Were you expecting, knowing that you're such an institution already in the UK, were you expecting the love that Vengeance Most Foul got on Christmas Day?
Not expecting.
You can't really expect that size of love for it. It was incredible. I mean, we've always enjoyed good criticism of Wallace and Gromit, if you know what I mean, good reviews and everything.
But if anything, that raises some pressure.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. You just don't want to let the side down.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. So when it is warmly received, it does make us feel so proud, and for everyone who's worked on the film, it's a massive team effort. We're lucky to have some exquisitely talented artists, from the prop makers and set builders, the voice talent, everyone on the crew, and the production as well. I mean, Richard is the producer, and his team, we couldn't have made it without him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have some extraordinary voices again on this, so tell us about the new and returning voices.
Yeah, well, first of all, obviously we've got Dan Whitehead, who takes over from the great Peter Sallis. Mm-hmm. And we met him back on Curse of the Were-Rabbit, playing a background character, and we needed someone to read in instead of Peter one day because Peter wasn't there, and we discovered he could do a brilliant Wallace.
The room went quiet. And so we've known him for years. He had Peter's blessing. He was kind of Peter's understudy, and this is the first kind of frontline big production he's done for us, but we've worked with him for years and we're dead proud of what he's done for us.
And it was great to have Peter Kay back again as well.
Yes.
Brilliant, legendary comedian, stand up, and Rhys Shearsmith was excellent as Norbert, and Lauren Patel.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Nearly all from Bolton for some reason.
Yeah, we had Diane Morgan and Muscana's extras, and then Henry cameo, and so we had just such a stellar. I mean, half of our hero cast don't actually speak, but apart from that, the rest of the cast were fantastic.
And tell us about the return of the best villain in history, Feathers McGraw, and why it was so important for him to be involved in this film.
Well, it was in a way it was a late-breaking idea, really. Initially, it was about Wallace inventing a smart gnome to help Gromit out in the garden, and that had lots of fun to it. But there was that menace missing. And then there was feathers on the shelf.
Literally staring back at us.
And thought, actually, he's a great answer to all the problems we've got. And so he was. We didn't set out to make a sequel with feathers.
But it wouldn't be the same without us.
I want to turn it over to the audience for the question. Yes, go from there. Thank you.
No, congratulations on your wins.
Thank you.
Obviously, the ratings were extraordinarily high for this film on Christmas Day. Have the BBC come to you and said they'd like more? Are you keen to do more? Like, what's the plan?
I'm sure they would love to do more.
We had a bit of a lie down, to be honest.
BBC is, obviously is the home of Wallace and Gromit. It would be weird if it wasn't first shown on the BBC. We just need a lie down at the moment. But there's always Wallace and Gromit ideas spinning around. So watch this space.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Oh no,
Hello, Yasmin Kandil for Discussing Film, congratulations. It feels to me as though every generation gets their own Wallace and Gromit film. Mine was Curse of the Were-Rabbit. How does it feel for these characters to still be celebrated so many years later and for each generation to get their new film?
It's really astounding, thinking back to when I first created them as a film school student back in the early 80s. To what they've become now, like a British institution, and how they've soaked into culture here and America and Europe and all over the place. It's really quite.
Imagine how that feels when you join a new team. No pressure. I was really worried about dropping the ball, but it seems like a good
I think you've done all right there. Yes, we
Hi, sorry, I'm trying to film and talk to you at the same time. It's a new skill. Hello, congratulations. I just want to start by saying the film was beautiful. I've watched it so many different times and I just love it. The thing I would love to ask you is how much thought goes into these stories, and then I know we haven't got loads of time, but I can imagine each scene being so detailed and takes so much time. Give me an insight into what it's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe Vicky could explain how
Well,
we
start
make
with the
it.
script like all good films. Mark Burton, our writer, worked with Nick early on sort of developing the story, and then we storyboard really heavily, and Nick and Merlin were our edit team and our storyboard team to like pull the film together as an animatic, a drawn version of the film. I think that's where you sort of craft that story, isn't it, and the humour.
And all of the gags come from all the different stages,
Yeah.
and then have to out from the art department or whoever. They want to put funny labels on all sorts of things.
It might not seem like the puns are vetted, but they really are.
Congratulations.
Another question? Behind, and then we'll come to Eric first.
Mr. Brook, hi, my name is Anna and I'm a journalist from Latvia, home of movie Flow. I wanted to ask you, have you seen Flow and did you consider it a great competitor?
Absolutely. I love Flow, and we've met Gins many times. We've been going around on the circuit with him, and such a wonderful and compelling, simple but very compelling film, and visually stunning.
Thank you. We've got Ella at the front, and then we've got somebody at the back as well.
Thank you. Hello, Ella from Letterboxd here. Congratulations again. We love the film so deeply. It's been amazing to see the global community really responding to this film. I think with my British accent, I'm saying we've always loved it, but how has it been seeing the response, in the US and in lots of other regions that you've been travelling around with this film?
Yeah, they're constantly getting people coming up in America and all over saying, I grew up with this in my childhood, and it's been so many years later, it's had time to soak in, and
Yeah, it is remarkable that our very Britishness is embraced, and that's what I love. There are some jokes, Anton Deck, very British. in the American screenings, a bit of silence, except for one Brit guffawing in the corner. But we're very proud that we stick to our guns. But apart from one or two very specific gags like that, it seems to be embraced. And even if they're laughing at us, not with us, as long as they're laughing, we're happy about that.
I was at North at Christmas watching it on the TV when it was on with my wife, and when the joke about no parking at the end on the Yorkshire border, the whole of Lancashire could hear.
It is a documentary made about life up north. Yeah.
That's an important point, though. The resources all come from our own experience living in the UK. For me, in Lancashire. But as long as the story is universal, it should work everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, and congratulations again on both of your BAFTAs.
Thank you.